Happy Women's Day. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. ECL'S former bodyguard CHANDA to face High Court for hiding an accused murderer. KCM liquidator MILINGO LUNGU denies stealing over 17 million kwacha from KCM. Join me with the details after this commercial.
The trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the
She has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
We still need more players, yes, because we need to balance the team. We need to have maybe on one position 3 or 4 players.
The third Camnet Stars football trial is on. This time, Camnet Stars are looking for young, talented and skilled soccer players between the age of 18 and 20 years old. Start your lucrative football career in Europe this July. If you know you are one of Zambia's best gifted soccer players, don't waste your time. On Sunday, the 13th March 2022, there will be trials for professional soccer stars. Venue, Kablonga Boys Secondary School grounds. Time, registration 13 hours. Kick-off 14 hours. 100 kwacha non-refundable shall be paid, and your birth records must be produced upon registration. Camnet Stars, setting football standards for international market.
And now the media news in detail. Police at Kasama Central Police Station have been keeping in custody a Patriotic Front member identified as Abraham Simukoko for unknown reason. And Patriotic Front member Emmanuel Mwamba has condemned the arrest of its party member, who is believed to have been arrested by some suspected United Party for National Development cadres and later locked him up at the police. Mr. Mwamba has wondered why police works are now being driven by party cadres instead of police officers acting within the confines of the law. And police spokesperson Ray Hamonga could not respond to the query by broadcast time.
Friday, 14th March 2022, police in Kasama district of Northern Province arrested a Patriotic Front member identified as Abraham Simukoko, who has been in police custody since his arrest. The development has angered some party officials in the district who have explained that the arrest of Mr. Simukoko was done by the United Party for National Development UPND cadres, who later locked him up in police custody where he has spent 3 nights already. One of the affected, Tandizani Mbewe, explained that he was part of those who were attacked by the cadres.
I'm also recording a statement inside there so that we follow up the case of my lost properties, which were in the same vehicle when the UPND cadres jumped into my vehicle without my knowledge or without my permission. We'll keep you updated as things unfold.
Ababula amakaddazi n'ababula enchito y'aba poliisi ebale bomba ebale leta abantu obale monati bamirandu pa poliisi mustedi ba poliisi ebo baye bayikati abantu balete pa poliisi so tatuishibe kwecharo chirero lamani kakula ikatira fye wairetera we mwine pa poliisi okwete mirandu olokwisa eba poliisi baya ikata apo natushalirako ba UPND ngabaleta omuntu kuno kuma sales balesa naboma takuleba no kumwipusha chinshi twakwikatira okulonga pepa ntuwishire ni UPND international zangire ba UPND balabe n'abantu bamubere n'abawumine baddaho balabe n'abantu bamubere n'abawumine oyo abantu bonse bale bonfya kukwebati bale ikata abantu ngabaleta mu sales naptulero so tatulapoka na police bond yakwe bati bamupere upo bayishire mu ikatira bakadda tatulaishiba no mulandu nshi bamwikatire.
And Patriotic Front member Emmanuel Mwamba has condemned the arrest of Mr. Simukoko, which he has described as a political move, and has wondered why cadres are now doing the job of the police.
Complaint to the police commissioner for Northern Province that he has allowed party cadres to conduct these arrests and have people locked up in state facilities. We think that that's a role of the police. If any person was injured or has an official criminal complaint against any of the PF members, they should lay such a complaint to the police. They should not take the law unto their own hands. In the case of Boyka here, similarly, that's what happened. The cadres picked him up, beat his daughter, and locked him up in the police. And when he was taken to the courts of law, he's been acquitted. But the police have not processed the case of Boyka and the assault that the party cadres did on his daughter.
Meanwhile, efforts to get a comment from police spokesperson Ray Hamonga over the alleged attack proved futile by broadcast time, as he had not yet responded to the query by this reporter. Prudence Chota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
The Christian Coalition President, Professor Charles Mwape, has appealed to the United Party for National Development Administration to recognize the role that the church plays in development in order to avert issues of concern such as corruption in the country. In an interview, Professor Charles Mwape notes that the church is a major stakeholder in development, Zambia being a Christian nation, hence the need to ensure that the clergy are recognized for various positions in governance. Meanwhile, Independent Churches of Zambia President Bishop David Masupa says as a matter of moral concern, there is need to conduct regular inspections to ensure that incidences such as torture of suspects in cells are not happening.
According to the 2020 Corruption Perception Index CPI score as compiled by the Transparency International Zambia TIZ, Zambia ranked number 33 out of 100 countries, which indicated that there was an increase in corruption from 2019, where it ranked as number 34. The CPI score shows the degree of a country's corruption as compiled by the Business World and country analysts, with a higher score indicating low corruption levels, while a lower score indicates high corruption levels. A clergyman, Professor Charles Mwape, who is also president of the Christian Coalition, states that incidences like these, which are detrimental to the country's development, could be averted if the clergy rose to key positions of governance. In an interview, the clergyman notes that while the church can condemn vices like alcohol abuse and prostitution, they need to be in decision-making positions if to adequately contribute to development and handle moral concerns in the country.
We are looking forward to a more collaborative and a consultative approach in decision-making that government is making, because in the best interest of the people and the community. Above all, we know that the church and government should develop a mutual understanding on issues that are affecting the welfare and the plight of the Zambian people.
Meanwhile, Independent Churches of Zambia ICO's President Bishop David Masupa says the United Party for National Development UPND administration should ensure that its key pronouncements, such as requiring that no suspect should spend more than 48 hours in jail cells, are still being followed.
We loved the police pronouncement of our Republican President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, when he said a person should not be detained for more than 48 hours if he's a suspect. Let him be taken to court. We have seen that that has fallen on the deaf ear of the police. We are aware of people that have been detained more than that. We voted for you on a promise that there were going to be social, economic, and political transformation of our country, especially on the skyrocketing of the essential commodities. I've said this, and I want to repeat, that there are certain deliberate policies which you could put in place to be able to cushion the prices of the essential commodities, whilst we wait for the long-run growth model.
The clergy add that they should be incorporated in all key issues in the country in order to have the voice of the church head, Zambia being a Christian nation. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Lusaka Chief Resident Magistrate Dominic Makalachi has committed former President Edgar Lungu's bodyguard, CHANDA, to the High Court for his trial proceedings in a case he is accused of hiding a person accused of murder. The 53-year-old police officer is alleged to have on October 6, 2019, harbored the former head of state, Baba Shebi Chilekwa, who is accused of murdering a United Party for National Development member, Lawrence Banda.
Till he appears before the Lusaka High Court for trial proceedings following the Director of Public Prosecution's issuance of a concert, CHANDA former President Edgar Lungu's aide-de-camp will have to spend his days thinking how he will save himself from the allegations that have been leveled against him that he assisted or hid a person he knew was a murder suspect. Initially, Mr. Chanda, who is also a Deputy Commissioner of Police, was charged with accessory after the fact to a felony contrary to Section 397(1) and 398 Cap 87 of the laws of Zambia. However, in the amended charge presented before court Monday morning, the 53-year-old has been slapped with one count of accessories after the fact to murder, contrary to Section 217 of the Penal Code, Chapter 87 of the laws of Zambia. Allegations are that Mr. Chanda, on October 6, 2019 and February 4, 2022, were knowingly that former President Edgar Lungu's Babaman Shebi Chilekwa allegedly murdered a UPND member, Lawrence Banda. Mr. Chanda said to have assisted or harbored him. The said Mr. Chilekwa was recently arrested by the police on allegation that he shot dead the said deceased person, a one Mr. Banda, during the 2019 council chairperson by-elections in Kaoma. The accused, who made his court appearance before Lusaka Chief Resident Magistrate Dominic Makalachi Monday morning, was committed to the Lusaka High Court upon being told that the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, had issued consent for his case to be committed to the High Court for trial proceedings. He was further informed after the charge was read to him that the matter he has been slapped with is only trialable by the High Court. Mr. Chanda will soon appear before a Lusaka High Court judge for trial and see how possible he will defend himself from the said allegations. Miriam Kemba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
In other news, Konkola Copper Mines liquidator MILINGO LUNGU has pleaded not guilty before the Lusaka Magistrate Court for allegedly stealing over 17 million kwacha. This is in a matter in which Mr. Lungu is facing 6 counts of theft and money laundering involving over 17,250,000 kwacha, and he is alleged to have committed the offences in July 2021. Mr. Lungu, who appeared before Magistrate Jennifer Walia Monday, denied all the said 6 allegations leveled against him.
Besides facing a theft and money laundering charge involving 4.4 million kwacha, Konkola Copper Mines provisional liquidator MILINGO LUNGU has been dragged back to court on the same charges, but now involving over 17 million kwacha. In October 2021, Mr. Lungu pleaded not guilty to stealing 4.4 million kwacha from the same mining company. This morning, the 7th of March 2022, the accused appeared before Lusaka Magistrate Jennifer Walia and denied 5 counts of theft and 1 count of money laundering involving the said amount, 17 million kwacha. Allegations before court are that the accused is said to have on different dates and months in 2021 being KCM provisional liquidator stole 5 million kwacha, 2 million kwacha and another 5 million kwacha monies believed to belong to the said mining company. Mr. Lungu is also alleged to have in August 2021 stole 250,000 kwacha from Konkola Copper Mines, and he had 17 million kwacha 250,000 cash. knowing the same to be proceeds of crime. Upon pleading not guilty to the said charges, the state proceeded to trial by calling their first witness, a bank manager at Zanaco, Simei Ngombo, who testified how he was approached by the Drug Enforcement Commission officers under the Anti-Money Laundering Unit, who requested for bank statement of an account that Mr. Lungu is alleged to have opened and the process which followed. The witness from the bank testified that the account was opened on the 5th of May 2021 and received an amount of 600 million kwacha with the Narration Bank transfer by KCM. The witness also explained how some various transactions were made to the said account. Trial continues in this matter. Miriam Kemba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Mega News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. ECL'S former bodyguard CHANDA to face High Court for hiding an accused murderer. KCM liquidator MILINGO LUNGU denies stealing over 17 million kwacha from KCM. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.